Hi there, I'm Java Jim with First Line Equipment, and today I'm super stoked about this new Bezzera double boiler machine. There's actually two versions of the Matrix, which has the lightable side panels, and then there's two versions of the Duo that have the stainless steel panels. So you have two Duos and two Matrix. The differentiating feature also is one set of two, one Duo and one Matrix has an E61 group head with the lever on the side, which is a manual control of the E61 group head. And then the other Duo and Matrix actually have a Bezzera group head. We don't have that here today, but has a Bezzera group head with a touch panel on the top here, which has programmable dosage of the water that goes through the coffee grinds. All four machines have really nice wooden knobs, portafilter handles. They have a reservoir, very large in the back, almost 1 gallon. You can also drain, if you look down on the bottom here, you can also drain the drain, and there's a water line connection to make it a switchable model. Now, a really good differentiating feature, you do have the daily automatic turn on and off of the power, so you can program the machine to turn on and off. You also have a settable pre-infusion to pre-infuse the coffee when you're making it. You also have an automatic backflush program. You can basically change the color of the side panels, both sides on the Matrix. Now, the Duo, you won't have that capability because you have stainless steel panels. But if you take a look here, you can see the inside of the unit, and then you can change the color of these panels. When you program, another feature is you can give priority, we could say to the coffee boiler, or boiler priority for the steam boiler, which they know as service, or none, and then it balances in between the two. So if you make a lot of espresso, have it go to the coffee boiler. A lot of steamy milk, go to the steam boiler. If it's even, go to none. We'll hit there for coffee. The biggest challenge for European espresso machine manufacturers with double boilers, you only have 110 volts. So you kind of have to manage the power very, very effectively. When you receive the machine or whenever you move it, you're never lifting by these rails that are on top of the machine. The reason is because you can actually damage the machine, either bend the stainless or damage the acrylic glass on the side, or the plexiglass, I'm sorry. When you receive the machine, you'll also have an accessory box, testing for quality control, instruction manual. If you look here, it says Matrix and Duo, so it's a shared manual. Here again, your nice portafilters with the wood handles, single and double. And you can see it's natural wood because they can be different, like slightly different colors. Inside the water reservoir, you'll typically find the stainless steel braided hose for plumbing into the water line, the drain hose for draining the drip tray, also a scoop, plastic tamper, which we seriously recommend upgrading to a nicer tamper from First Line, group head cleaning brush, and a backflush disc. Last but not least, inside the water tank, if you are plumbing it in, this nut needs to be inserted in place of the water tank so that water doesn't backflow out of the line when directly plumbed. I will note, once you put this in, it's not easy to take out. I've had difficulty in the past. It's possible, but not easy. So here's your water tank. Again, it's almost 1 gallon. You're going to open the top lid of the machine. And if you look here, there's a screw here and a screw here. This is the low-level water indicator for the reservoir. Electricity, basically 5 volts, passes through one side to the other, and when the 5 volts pass, that says there's enough water because it needs to pass through the water. So one of the reasons you can't use distilled or purified water, it may not have enough mineral content for the 5 volts to pass. Insert the tank nice and level on the inside like that. We're going to pour some water inside. Now, one of the things that in our testing that we noticed, there is a little space on the sides here, so try not to have water splash down on the inside of the plexiglass or the stainless steel. It's a good idea to just pour the water in. Close the cover. We'll hit the on-off switch right here in the front. You like to also have the portafilter warm up with the machine, and upon initial startup, it says press to start. And now the machine is going to start refilling. While it's refilling, I'm going to get more cold water. As you can hear, the pump is nice and silent. It's a rotary vane pump. And it's pretty much filling the steam boiler. If you look, we have a nice bluish color on the side. Just real quick, we're going to open the lever on the group head and just make sure we get a little water in there just to make sure that the coffee boiler is filled. The only way that you know that the coffee boiler is filled is by running water through the group head. The hot water from the hot water valve and the steam come from both the steam boiler. Now, just another quick difference between the models of Bezzera with the Bezzera group head. There is a third PID heater and sensor for the group head. So the ones with the Bezzera group head have 3 PID sensors and 3, it manages the heat on 3 sections, the group head, the coffee boiler, and the steam boiler. Where on the E61, just the coffee and the steam boilers have the PID sensor with the heating and managing the heat at the heating element. One of the reasons why we think there's actually a little more thermal mass on the E61, so to better manage the temperature stability on the Bezzeras, you have the third sensor as well as a very small heating element. And right now the machine's going to heat up, and it's going to take about 45 minutes for a nice warm up. After the machine's nice and heated up, just double check your temperature. On the gauge right there, we have the machine programmed for 201. The steam we have maxed out at 266. Make sure the group head is piping hot, that you can't keep your hand on it to the touch. And the same thing with the portafilter as well. Grind some coffee real quick. The portafilter in. I do have pre-infusion off because I think it works better when the unit's plumbed in and not in tank mode. And we'll start the lever action, and you see the timer right there. And the espresso just came out a little bit after 7 seconds. Nice mouse tails. My general rule of thumb is 5 to 7 seconds, and this is coming out very, very nicely. And while we're doing that, we're actually going to hit 25 seconds. We're going to steam some milk. Have some nice crema there. Bleed the valve. Okay. If you notice, on the down position you have to hold. In the up position you need to basically, you can lock it in. Okay, we did a little bleeding. And everyone has their own little different techniques. Bring that out a little further. I like the swishing sound, get some rolling action going on in there, get the bubbles. Oh, a little big one there. Get it knocked out. And for me, it's warm to the touch on the bottom, and then I like to stop. Knock some of those bubbles out. And I am not a latte artist, so I'm not even going to attempt. But get some nice froth in there for a cappuccino, or if you want to make a latte. It does steam quite quickly on a 20-ounce pitcher. This is just to show you an overview of how to use the machine, the features of the machine. We're hoping that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a, on the bottom down there, a thumbs up or some comments. Ask us some questions. Be glad to help you. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.